Class 10 real numbers. Real numbers is divided into rational numbers and irrational numbers. Rational number is again divided into integers. It is represented as Z. Integers plus non-integers. Integers we have to represent it as Z. Integer is further divided into whole numbers plus negative numbers. Whole numbers plus negative numbers. Whole numbers we represent it as W. Whole number is further divided into natural numbers and 0. Natural number is represented as capital N. There is no further division for irrational numbers. We have to divide only rational number. Rational number will be divided into integers, non-integers, whole numbers and negative numbers, natural numbers and 0. So we represent integers as Z, whole numbers as W, natural numbers as capital N. Let me explain you from natural numbers. Natural number starts with 1, 2 and it goes on. So it starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, it goes on. 0 you already know, it's number 0. Whole number. Whole number consists of natural numbers and the number 0. Whole number is a collection of positive integers and 0. So what is negative number? Negative numbers are numbers which are less than 0. Less than 0 in the sense minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and it goes on. Negative numbers will always be represented as minus before the positive number. So this is a negative number. Now come to integers. Integers which consist of whole number and negative number. So we say it as it will have the positive number as well as the negative numbers. So we call it as integers. Now look at this. Integers which will have 0, positive numbers and negative numbers. So what is non-integers? Non-integers are numbers which is having decimal, fraction or mixed unit. So non-integers which is having decimal, fraction and mixed unit. So I have given an example for a decimal and a fraction. So now come to rational numbers. What is the rational numbers? Rational numbers are numbers which don't have denominator as 0. Numerator can be 0 but denominator should not be 0 for a rational numbers. Always denominator should have some number. If it is a 0 in the denominator, it is not a rational number. So let me give some example for you. So these are all the numbers which are called as rational numbers with numerator and denominator. Numerator and denominator. Denominator should not be 0. If it is 0, it's not a rational number. Numerator you can represent 0 by 1, 0 by 2, 0 by 3. Any number can be in the denominator. But in case of rational numbers, denominator should not be 0. If the denominator is 0, then it is not a rational number. Now come to irrational numbers. Irrational numbers cannot be represented in a simple fraction. So for example, it can be represented as root 3, root 4, root 5, root 6. But here we can't represent the rational numbers in a ratio form. Okay? So it can be represented as root 2, root 3, root 21. But ratio is not accepted in this. And like this, P by Q is not accepted in this rational numbers. So now real numbers or numbers which is having rational numbers and irrational numbers, and further division is not there for irrational numbers. For rational numbers we can divide it into integers and non-integers. Integers I have already told you, it will have positive numbers, negative numbers and number O. For non-integers, it will have decimal numbers and fractions. What about integers? Integers have whole numbers which starts with 0, 1, 2, 3, and integers will also have negative numbers which is having minus sign before the positive number. And come to the whole number will have natural number and 0. Natural number always starts with 1, 2, 3 and so on. I hope that this video would have been helped you for understanding what is real number. Just go through it.